Once upon a time on Fantastic First Grade Frogs, there was a very spooky story. Hi, friends. Welcome to another adventure on Fantastic First Grade Frogs. I'm not really going to tell you a spooky story, but it is fun to play with a flashlight now and then, isn't it? No, today we're going to read All About Light. Dun, 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 dun. This is a really great book, and it's by Angela Royston. All About Light. Now, this book has a fantastic table of contents. It tells us all kinds of information. If we want to know about electric lights, all we have to do is turn to page 8. If we want to know about shapes of shadows, we can turn to page 18. But we're going to start at the beginning, and we're just going to read. We won't get through the whole book today, but we'll get it started anyway. We'll start here. What does light do? Light allows us to see what is around us. We see something when light bounces off it and enters our eyes. The brighter the light, the more you can see. It says light travels from the grasshopper into the boy's eyes. So the light is bouncing off the grasshopper and going to the boy's eyes. The less light there is, the harder it is to see. When there is no light, it is completely dark. We cannot see anything without light. Now this picture kind of looks like the beginning of our time together, right? Kid has a flashlight shining at the dinosaur in the background. It says you can only see the things that are lit by the flashlight, just like you could pretty much only see my face in the beginning. Now you probably haven't been in too many situations where there was no light, but I have been sometimes. And I can tell you, when there's no light, it is really, really dark. And you can wave your hand like this in front of your eyes, even when they're open, and you can't see them. So we definitely need light to see. Where does light come from? During the day, the sun lights the side of the earth where you are. Daylight is so bright that you can even see on a cloudy day. At night, your side of the earth turns away from the sun, and it becomes dark where you are. The sun gives us daylight all day long. Now remember, this is what we've talked about, that the earth is always turning, and when our side is turned toward the sun, it's daylight. When we turn away from the sun, it's nighttime. Sunlight is so strong, it can damage your eyes. You should never look straight at the sun. Sunglasses protect your eyes from the sun's harmful rays. Electric lights. Now the sun was a natural light source. Electric lights, not a natural light source. When it is dark at night, we use other lights to see with. Electric lights are the most common form of light. Electric light bulbs light our homes and other buildings at night. It says electric lights may have a switch to turn them on and off. Most electricity is made in power stations. It travels into homes and buildings through electric wires. Electric lights are also used for street lights. At night, streets are lit by lights from buildings as well as street lights. And we can also see other lights that we've talked about. Headlights, there's lights from the buildings, and maybe even the moon might be shining. But remember, the moon is a natural light. In fact, there it is. Other sources of light. Before electric lights were invented, people used to burn candles. Candles give some light, but it is not very bright. People also used oil lamps and gas lamps. It says candles give a gentle light that does not reach far beyond the candle. The moon and stars give us some light at night. The moon shines because light from the sun reflects off of it. Stars are like the sun, and so they make their own light. They are so far away that their lights are tiny. Says the moon does not make its own light. It is lit by light from the sun. And remember, the light from the sun is bouncing off the moon, reflecting or bouncing off the moon and coming back to us. And that's why it looks like the moon is shining. What can light pass through? Light can pass through some materials, but is blocked by other materials. Clear glass and clear plastic are two materials that allow a lot of light to pass through. They are transparent materials. It says glass doors and windows let people see what is happening on the other side of the glass. Frosted glass and colored glass are translucent. Some light passes through them, but not enough to see things clearly. No light can pass through opaque materials such as porcelain or metal. wood and stone. It says the colored glass base is translucent and the porcelain base is opaque. Now we've talked about opaque before. Remember, opaque means that we can't see any light coming through. And we looked for a lot of opaque things in our classroom. Now here is experiment number 1 in the book. We're going to test the materials, some things, to see if they are opaque or translucent or transparent. They give us some ideas of some things we can use, and we're going to use a flashlight. Now you can find this sheet right on Schoology attached in the science section. So you can do this with us. Now I'm just going to get it started and then you can finish it. Okay, let's get started with tissue paper. I have some right here. Just tissue paper that you might get in a gift. Let's shine our flashlight through and see if we can see through it. Can you see the light? Yes, you can. You can see it not quite as well as you can through a window, but way better than you can through a door. So we're going to say it's translucent. I'm going to circle on my sheet, translucent. The next thing on my list is a block of wood. I just so happen to have a block of wood. Let's see what happens when I shine my light through it. Can you see the light? No. Next on the list is a block of wood. I just so happen to have one. I'm going to shine my flashlight and see what happens. I can see the light on the two sides, but the light is not going through the wood. It's not going through. I can't see it coming, shining through the wood right here. So that means the wood is opaque. It's not letting the light through. Next on my list is foil. Just some normal aluminum foil. I'm going to shine my light on it and see what happens. Can you see the light coming through? No, the light is being blocked. So that means the foil is opaque. I'm going to circle opaque on my little sheet here. There. I've done the first 3. Now you can do the rest and see what you find. Shine a light on some plastic wrap. What happens? Shine a light on a stuffed animal you have at home. What happens? Is it opaque, translucent, or transparent? See what you can find out. Now there are 6 more things on the list, but I'm sure you can find other things around the house. Write to me and tell me what you find out when you do flashlight experiments. Hi friends, so we're over here by the table to look at this straw, my wonderful straw. It's just my straw for sipping pink lemonade in the summer. But when I put it in the water, something really cool happens. The light bends in the water. It's refracted, and it makes it look like my straw is cut in half. You can do this at home too. You can just pour a glass of water, stick a straw in, and take a look. It makes it look like your straw is cut in half. But the straw isn't cut in half. It's just that the light is bending as it goes through the water. It makes it look like your straw is cut in half right at the top of the water. I also have here a prism. Now my prism is shaped like a heart, but you can find prisms in a lot of different shapes. When I turn off the lights and shine a flashlight on the prism will separate the light into all the different colors of the rainbow. Watch. So it's making all kinds of patterns, and you can see rainbows everywhere. The prism is helping to separate the light into all of its different colors and showing all of the different colors that light can be. So it shows all of the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, all from a prism. Well, that's all the time we have for today, friends. Tune in next time for another spooky edition of Fantastic First Grade Frogs. Bye!